Place is so creepy as well. They hanged prisoners here. It's just like chills.
You've had 45 executions.
Came from the top of the stairs, right?
Yeah. I just heard another pop.
I heard something as you were talking, yeah.
Do you want to come down and help us? Do you care if I come in your cell?
What I didn't expect is when it came down the stairs.
Could have been 5 from that cell.
Thank you for tuning into Amy's Crypt. Tonight I am at lockdown to investigate the very old, very haunted Adelaide Gaol. This place dates back to the early 1800s and there is a lot of history here. I'm going to be working alongside with Adelaide Haunted Horizons, who do a lot of paranormal work here. So if you guys want to come and investigate the jail for yourself or do a ghost tour here, I'm linking their details below to check out. But let's get a move on with this episode. The old Adelaide Gaol was South Australia's first proper correctional facility. It was operational from 1841 to 1988 and saw many hardened criminals pass through its doors. During the 147 years the prison operated, the facility processed some 300,000 prisoners. Of these prisoners, 45 were executed by hanging on the premises, yet many more perished at the jail from murder, suicide and disease. Harsh conditions, paired with so many deaths, have made the old Adelaide Gaol a prime location for ghosts to dwell. Even before the jail was closed down, both prisoners and staff claim to have had paranormal encounters. Those same type of unexplainable experiences continue to be reported to this day, with many claiming to sight shadow figures, hear disembodied voices or footsteps, and even reporting to be touched by something unseen. Tonight, we investigate some of the most haunted areas of the jail in an attempt to document evidence of these paranormal occurrences. Guys, I am so excited to be back at the old Adelaide Gaol. This is one of my favourite places in the world because it is in my hometown. It is a place I came as a child, and for true AmysCrypt fans, this was the very first location video I ever uploaded on YouTube, my very first YouTube video. I'm not going to tell you to go back and watch it because it's a little bit cringeworthy, but man, it feels good to be back here. This place is so creepy as well. Just all these cells behind me, and oh, it's so cool to be here. Alright guys, let's pop into the new building because this is supposed to be one of the most haunted places here. It already looks creepy just this hallway. So cold. The instant you walk in here, it's just like chills. Oh, this bit always gives me the creeps in here. So there were actually executions that were done in here. So this is one of the few places where they hanged prisoners here. There's a couple of others which I'll also show you in this video and talk a bit more about. But this one has all of the mannequins set up and it's just a really eerie sight. This place is so huge. This is the new wing that we were just in, and you can just kind of look up and see how many cells there are. And then there's so many of the old cells as well that date back to the 1800s. Just so many people were kept here. So we're definitely coming back to the new building tonight. I'll probably be focusing a lot of my attention to investigate here. Does this bring back some memories for you, Jared?
Sure does.
Do you remember that first episode we filmed here?
Yep.
Come a long way.
What, 18 months ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah, ages. Yeah, this is like the creepiest part in here.
So you've got your hammer.
Oh, I see.
So when he gets the signal through that window, that little window there,
Yeah.
that's the signal for him to pull the lever. The executioner would pull that, and bang, trapdoor would go out from underneath.
Gosh, this is an original? Yep. It's like the actual...
It's not connected now, but it's the original.
Sorry. Okay, we're starting to lose light. Things are getting creepier. There's a lot of different sections of this jail as well. A lot are supposed to be very haunted, and then there's some with just some creepy stories. But, I mean, look up. There's more cells up there too. And I guess this was all for protection, so you can't fall from that level down here. Do you want to see inside a cell? Yeah. This is just a random cell, nothing special about it. But pretty bleak. It's also super cold in here, guys. Like, I don't know how you would do winter in here. I guess summer it probably gets hot as well. Pretty harsh summer here in South Australia. I'm really excited for tonight. It's going to be a good investigation. Alright, check out this 1800 style prison cell. There isn't even a bed. There's some weird hammock thing that they've got to sleep on. Imagine you're back. Ooh. Hi Crypt Keepers, and welcome to the Old Adelaide Gaol. I'm joined by Alison of Adelaide Haunted Horizons tonight, and Alison brings a lot of groups through to do paranormal investigations here, but you've been investigating the jail for years yourself, right?
A long time. We first came here in 2002, so not as a tour group, as an actual investigation group. And we were here for over 10 years as the official investigators of the Adelaide Gaol.
So can you tell me a little bit about the background of this place?
The building was built in 1841, it shut in 1988, and during that time, 147 years of working life, we had over 300,000 prisoners coming here. So we had men, we had women, and we also had children. And the criminally insane.
Wow, so I bet there's a lot of stories of ghosts and the dark side of a place like this.
Yeah.
Are there any that really stick out to you?
Look, I mean, you've had 45 executions in the Adelaide Gaol at murderers, and a lot more death as well through suicide, sickness, violence. So at the end of the day, some of that energy is bound to remain, I guess. This building that you're standing in is referred to as the new building, although it was built in 1879 or completed. It was given the nickname New Building back then. It just kind of, that nickname stuck throughout the century, and we still call it that. But this would be the most active of all our buildings. So when we were investigating, this is the building that we would always have an investigator stationed in here. Now, one of the stories, you can go and look for yourself at the state records, really, because the guards did an oral history when this shut down. And one of the guards I met, and he gave us the oral history that he'd done. And there was one bit in it that was really interesting. It's about this cell at the very end there. You'll see cell 6, which is actually one of our fridge rooms, or solitary confinement cells. And they used to have a prisoner who, if he knew he was going into that cell there, it would take 5 guards to get him in there, kicking and screaming. So if he was going into the other one, there's another one identical on the other side, he wouldn't be quite so bothered. He didn't want to go. It would take 2 or 3, he'd still kick and scream, but he was absolutely terrified of that one there. And they asked him eventually, well, what is it about this cell that you don't like? And he said at night, Charles O'Leary, who is the second one from the bottom of that list of executed prisoners, he was executed just here. Charles O'Leary would come through that outer wall, stand over his bed and try and talk to him. Well, Charles O'Leary's grave is just on the other side of that wall. There's another cemetery just out here.
Oh wow.
So, and if it was just him making up things not to go into solitary, he could use the same excuse for the other side there, because there's more graves than the other one. But he wasn't frightened of that one, he was terrified.
Number 6.
Which is interesting, because I believe Jared actually thought it was quite creepy.
Jared came in here earlier by himself and was creeped out completely by number 6 for some reason.
Threw away a question to me, is there anything
There you
about
go.
number 6? And I said, well, as it happens, yes.
got a weird vibe from that cell earlier today. Cell number... doesn't have a number on it, the one at the end.
So you have a couple other really strange
Yeah,
stories.
my biggest memory in this whole place was just around the corner there's a staircase. And we had 2 documentary makers come in to make a documentary one night. So I was on the staircase telling them all about the guard that's seen here. So one of the things that brought us here as a paranormal team is the fact that people were seeing this figure of a guard up on the second gantry up here. So we came in to investigate. Now I was just telling them that story when we started to hear footsteps from the gantry around the corner to where we were, up on the second floor there. Now if you heard them now, you wouldn't just be saying, is that a footstep? You would be going, without a doubt, that is footsteps. There were heavy boots, you could hear the click of the heel, you could hear the squeak of fresh leather, the foot picked up again. Came to the top of the stairs, I'm standing there going, yes! Because they were total skeptics. They didn't believe, they just wanted to make the documentary. And because they were blown away, what I didn't expect is when it came down the stairs. It sounds boring, footsteps, but when you've got something coming down the stairs, heavy footsteps, boots coming down the stairs, but you can't see anything, there's nothing to see. It came right between me and another guide, which would be about as far away from where you are. It walked right between us. The 2 documentary makers stepped aside because they said they felt an authoritative figure was coming through. And then we listened to it walking off down the hallway. Mind blown. You don't even have time to be frightened.
And if someone wanted to come and experience Adelaide Gaol for themselves and come and do a ghost tour or an investigation, how would they go about that?
Again, they can contact us either through Facebook, Adelaide Haunted Horizons, or our website, same name. Yeah, we'll book them on, or they can just go and book themselves on.
Cool. I'm leaving all the links for Adelaide Haunted Horizons below in the description as well, guys. Alright guys, I'm just standing in front of this lovely staircase, and this is pretty much smack in the middle of the new building. It's also where Alison heard those footsteps come down the stairs past her, so I think that that's really cool. And also because it's so central to everything pretty much in this building, I say we kick off our investigation here. So I'm going to lay out a couple of devices and get things going. Alright guys, so we've just set up a couple of things. Far down the hall here, right in the middle, we've got a REM pod set up. And then on the stairs, this doodad here is measuring the temperature. So 24.2 currently, which is like way warmer than what it feels to me, but I feel like it might be dropping. I've also got these sensors, so if they're moved at all, they'll light up. And I put a couple up the stairs past this gated off part that we can't access. So if there is anything up there moving, that'll be kind of weird because there's definitely no way you can get up there. I think that's everything that we've got set up. Alison's got the Ovilus on, so we'll watch that and see if any words come through.
There. Oh, that's nice.
Steamy last.
What the hell? Well, somebody likes you.
That's going in the blooper reel.
Alright, so we'll see if anything else comes through that. That was just like calibrating, but that's
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
Men's block.
Yeah, this would have been all men, so they probably didn't often see females, right?
No, not very often in here.
No. So, hello boys, good evening. There is anyone in here? Guard, prisoner, whoever. Maybe you want to talk to us, communicate, please do. Is there anyone upstairs?
So are you here tonight? If you're here tonight, do you want to come and say hello? I don't think you like us here. If you don't want us here, you've got to let us know as well. You know who I am, been here long enough. This is Amy and Jared.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello. That was well timed.
Could you do that again, sir?
Yep, that's the air pressure changing. Thank you.
Can you make a noise on the stairs?
Noise.
Came from the top of the stairs, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we're starting to get almost too coincidental on the answers. Is it sir? Or do we have one of the prisoners tonight?
Can you tap twice for sir? That was from right in this cell.
What?
I just heard another pop.
I heard
Did
something
everyone
as
else
you were talking, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there someone in number 31?
We've had somebody banging on the locked door on the side before me and that stuff.
This cell?
Yeah. And I've had a tour here. We've had two, like somebody hammering, like boom, boom on the door. But it was a locked cell, like all the other cells are locked. So.
Do you care if I come in your cell? Can anyone else hear bagpipes? I know that sounds insane. Maybe my ears are just going weird. Is it right that I'm standing here? Can you make that noise again? Can you prove to me that you're still in here? I heard. There's a plane going overhead. I feel like I heard something on the roof again, but I can't tell because the plane. This is like super close to the airport, guys, so there's going to be a lot of planes going overhead. I'll just note them in my footage. Alright, I'm going to give you permission to touch me. Can you hear that right? Okay, you stand up against that wall. I'm going to stand here. Can you make a noise next to the person that you like the most? Oh, is it next door?
I heard something, I thought it sounded like it came from outside. Oh, the lock cell.
Because I actually heard that.
Alright, well that was this door here.
Is this open or?
Oh, what did I just say? Wire.
Wire.
That's right. Somebody in there? Anyone letting out? If you can make another sound in there, I'll go and get the keys and I'll let you out.
I don't know if you'll be able to see. I just feel like I've seen,
Second floor?
no, one of these doors, like a light near the peephole. Looks like the peephole, hang on. Yeah, I know this sounds a bit crazy, but if I stand down here and I look at that door, I can see the light coming through the peephole. I don't even know if that's the right word, peephole.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's gone. Like, so you can see the light coming through, right? And then it was just like gone. Someone's spying on us. Why are you spying on us? You can come talk to us. So I just debunked this peephole. There's actually glass in here, guys. So if you get it just right, it looks like the peephole is open if something reflects on it. And that's what I saw. So that makes me feel a bit better because that was super creepy to think someone's spying on me through that thing. So on one of the tours before, they've literally heard, none of the doors are moving, but
Just bangs as well.
Yeah, this.
I have interviewed guards that used to work here when it was a working jail, and they did know they had a problem with this building. And a couple of them wouldn't even do second watch, as it was called, nighttime duty, because they were too scared of the building.
Even back then?
Yeah, they would hear the door handles go, they would hear the peepholes, the little flaps.
Yeah.
They could hear keys, they could hear footsteps, people patrolling. Is it residual? I don't know, because I'd asked that particular night for something to happen to convince those documentary makers, and it happened.
Yeah.
Which would show intelligence
Yeah.
and being very aware of us. So, some of it might be residual. Come on, sir, you slam doors, you've done it before. That's 2 times I was in here. I know what you're capable of. Not sure if it's you tonight, though.
Good night.
It's very gentle.
Yeah, I know. Try and get it out. I'll be waiting.
Alright, hook up time! I'm here, any of you? All quiet, legs. Hobble. Hobble me?
Yeah, that's funny.
I feel something a lot more chilled.
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt really chilled when I closed that door and I was standing
Just
there.
Here.
Yeah.
It's just going through the plunging.
Oh, should we let this... So, shall we open this cell? Let you out. You better make this worth my while if I'm letting you out. If anyone's unhappy and they want to be let out too, do something about it. Does it feel cold in there, Jared?
I feel okay.
It's not in the cell.
It feels cold here.
It was just like a patch on the arm.
Yeah. I felt cold when I was standing here holding
The
this.
rest of it's all right. It's just when I stood there. Us.
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 Who's us? Can you give us a name, please? What do you think, sir? Could I take over your job?
You think she's strong enough to deal with the patients, prisoners in here? Mind you, women shouldn't have been in here. What was the line?
Did something just like that? I wasn't.
The temperature gauge was going off the blue.
Alright, I couldn't see it for these.
Sudden
I saw something out the corner of my eyes.
Sudden cold temperature, is that what that means?
cold, yeah. Can you give us another blue light, please?
Or a knock. Interestingly, that's what happened last time. We got the lights and then we got the same knock at the same time. Vibration just went off.
Can you come down the stairs? If you're up there making a noise, we're all down here. Are you up there, sir? Why are you always up there? Can you at least meet us halfway?
Quite often at the top of the stairs, he's seen.
Oh, people see him as well?
Yeah. I was here, we had a big play, the Crucible, and it was an opening night. We had the media here. In fact, you can read this for yourself as well online if you go and get the advertiser. Review of the Crucible. She actually states what she saw because the audience was sitting down this way. The stage was here, and that's where the actors were here at the foot of the stairs.
Yeah.
And the whole time she was down there, she was seeing. Have you ever seen the Predator movie?
Yes.
All right.
That's like my favourite movie.
All right. Well, you know how it shimmers. You know it's there, but it's not.
Yeah.
If you like, she said that's what it looked like. She could see what looked like a figure of a person, but it was just the shimmer.
Yeah.
And she said it was just like looking at the Predator movie. It was just this shimmer at the top of the stairs.
So I really, really want to meet you now. Like fangirling.
Amy really does love the Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what he can look like sometimes.
Yeah, I did like a Predator cosplay as well.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really nerdy.
There's a new man in town now. Me.
I'm sure there's some prisoners who would still be here, right?
Yeah.
Sir's not here. You can run riot.
Maybe you're scared of Sir. Probably scared. So REM pod down the hallway just went off because we shut off the camera and then we were just collecting up some gear to move. And boom, that goes off and we miss it. But I promise it went off, guys. Did
Alright.
you just... Are you messing with me? You not like me or something?
Why don't I pretend to shut the camera off again? Let's go.
Alright, see ya. I'm going down the other end of the jail where things are better.
We're going to go around A-wing. A-wing.
Yeah. A-wing is so much better.
I'll talk to the people in A-wing.
Yeah, let's go see them. It's the better quality ghost. See, we got the REM pod to go off and it was just as we left, we went into the A wing, and then we could hear it. It's almost like it wanted us to stay here, but I don't know if it's going to go off again. So we're going to try something a little bit different now. The hanging tower. Did you just hear something in here? Tell me really clearly to leave and I will. Can you smell that?
You heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Can you go towards that red light and try? Okay. You can go towards it. Where he viciously murdered him in order to steal his car. But I can hear something out there.
That was a door slamming.
Cell 13 is where it's at.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, no way. Thanks so much for watching, Crypt Keepers. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. Remember, you guys can also visit the old Adelaide Gaol and do paranormal investigation or a ghost tour for yourself. I've got Adelaide Haunted Horizons linked below. If you want to do a bit more reading on this place, head to AmysCrypt.com. You guys can also follow me at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Part 2 is coming really soon, guys, so stay tuned. Until next time.